Good morning. Hi, good morning. Thank you to those who are joining live. Thank you to those who are on the web right now watching from Twitter. And thank you to those who are going to be watching the replay on this. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Hey, Catrice, how are you? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day this morning. Good morning. God bless to everybody that just joined. Hey, Esther, how are you? Thank you so much for the hearts. Let me introduce myself, just in case you don't know who I am, if this is your first time seeing me. My name is Choma. I'm a registered nurse. I've been a nurse now for almost 6 years. My background is in medical, surgical, and telemetry nursing. I'm the founder of Choosing Nursing over at choosenursing.net, where we help you to successfully transition into the nursing field. So one of the things I like to do in the morning is I like to spread positivity with my morning motivationals. So the purpose of the morning motivationals is to just give you some type of jump start to your day, something that will encourage you to think more positive. And what we're actually talking about today is why you can afford to think positively. And it's really, really crucial because I think all of us were guilty on some level, some sort of level of thinking negatively at some point. And and it's normal because there's a lot of negativity around us, right? There's a lot of things going on in the world that can influence our mind and influence our behavior, And for me, I don't know about you, but for me, I'm a believer, so I fall by Romans 12, which is saying that you should constantly not to be conformed by this world, but to constantly to be renewing your mind, right? Because it's so easy to allow the world to get into you and allow the negativity to get into you. And the thing about being a positive thinker, when it comes to being a positive thinker, is that you have to realize that every time you think negatively, you're attracting more negative into your life. But when you think more positively, you're attracting more positive things in your life. And there's certain doors that we don't get exposed to because of our negative thinking. You hear people who say man, it's so hard to get a job. It's so hard, it's difficult, blah, blah, whatever. And so then what happens is that they just don't try as hard, right? Because you already believe that it's hard to get a job, so you're not going to do the actions that shows, then you're not going to follow through with the same actions as opposed to somebody who believes that they can get a job, right? And there's this story by Les Brown. Les Brown, he gives this amazing story where he says how he had a friend, I think it was a friend who was with him. They were going door to door, right? Door to door, knocking on people's doors, selling something, right? And so after a couple doors, his friend, I think his friend was like, this is too hard. I'm not doing it anymore. I can't handle the rejection, right? And so, but Les Brown, he kept on knocking at every single door, and he had the same level of enthusiasm with every single door, right? And he kept on knocking and knocking, and he was persistent, and he didn't give up, And the thing about that is when you have a positive mindset, it makes it easier for you not to give up. It makes it easier for you to believe, And I believe that we all have different levels of negative thinking. I think, when you look at people, for example, when people see somebody like Oprah, and Oprah is obviously she's, a billionaire, well off, everything, right? She's doing great. And there's some people, because their mindset is so trained to think negatively, they'll think, well, she's Oprah, she just got that, she was lucky, she just happened to get all that, she's just fortunate. There's some people who think that, right? But no, that's not true. Oprah, she had to use the same level of power of positive thinking, the same mindset, I bet you, the same mindset that she has today with her positive thinking is the same one that she had that kept her going when she first started. I'm sure she envisioned where she was going to be before she got to where she is because she had that positive thinking. And the thing about too with Oprah, when she was younger, people told her, it wasn't like she was given everything. It wasn't as if people respected her. She was treated like garbage. Yeah, she was treated like garbage. She was treated like a horrible person, like trash. So to imagine, despite all those things, she was able to to tell her mind, no, I matter. No, like I'm gonna affect the world. No, I believe in myself. And it was a constant thing. Even when she was doing the Oprah show, how many of you know that she did the Oprah show for years, right? It was years, culmination over and over again of that positive thinking. And that positive thinking is what's going to tell you, it's what's going to tell you to wake up in the morning. That positive thinking is going to tell you to try one more time. That positive thinking is what's going to tell you to believe, right? You have to have that positive thinking over and over and over again. It has to be in your mind. You know, there's some people, there's some stories, even to my fellow nurses, there's some awesome stories you will not believe. Like, I know, like, for example, like on one website, there was a story of this nurse. She was, she took the NCLEX exam 6 times. 6 times, you guys. She took her exam, and if you don't know what the NCLEX exam is, it's pretty much the exam that you need in order to work as a nurse. You have to pass this exam. She took her 6 times, and guess what? On the 7th time, she got it. On the 7th time, she became a nurse, and she got her license, and she didn't give up. And I bet you, I'm sure there were people who told her, no, you don't know. It's like, you already did it so many times, stop trying. You already done it so many times, just give up right now. Switch to another career. Get another job. I'm sure there are people who told her that, right? But she had to train her mind to believe that, no, I can do it just one more time. I can go just one more time. I can try just one more time, you know? So you have to get into that notion that you cannot afford to not think positively. You cannot afford to not think positively. There are doors that you don't even know about that are being closed to you right now by not thinking positively. If you want certain things in your life, granted, the things that you really want in your life, they're not going to come easy. Of course not. That's why you have to train your mind to constantly think positive. You know, they say that I do believe that the definition of success is preparation plus opportunity. Granted, I definitely believe that. And I also believe it's habitual power. I took it 7 times also. I was victorious. Yes. Oh my gosh. Awesome. Girl. Oh my gosh. That is so powerful. What amazing testimony, right? Amazing testimony. So yeah, there's, you know, and I believe that also the other definition of success is habitual positive thinking plus repetition. Habitual positive thinking plus repetition. So it's thinking that it's believing positively, but keep trying over and over and over again, and doing whatever you need to do over and over again. Because you can keep trying, but if you keep trying with a negative attitude, you're just going to get negative results. I'm just telling you right now. If you keep moving forward, but you're moving forward with a negative mindset, you're not going to put in the level of effort that you need to get the level of results that you want. I'm just telling you right now, you guys. So that's my encouragement. If you want a book that will help you with positive thinking, there's this book that I recommend. It's called The Power of Positive Thinking. I think it's called by Norman something, and it's on YouTube. And his okay, I'll repeat it. It's called The Power of Positive Thinking. It's the only book that's titled this. I know the first name is Norman. I don't remember his last name. But his book, the first hour of his book is for free on YouTube. So you can watch the beginning of the book, and it's a really good book. Or you can obviously buy the book on Amazon or on his, I don't know what his website is. But like, I started listening to that book last night, and that got me thinking. Like, that got me shifting my mind, you know. So I really encourage you, if you struggle with thinking positively, if it's something that you really have to like force yourself to do, start with that book. Go on YouTube, type in Power of Positive Thinking. His book will come up. And it's like about an hour long. That's not the entire book, but the first hour of it will come up, and you can listen to it, you know, wherever you're going throughout your day, whatever it may be, and you'll be surprised by some of the testimonies that are on there of how just shifting their mindset. If you change your mind, you're gonna change your life. I guarantee you that right now. If you change your mind, you're going to change your life. There's a lot of people that I try to put out positive thinking, positive affirmations on like Facebook or something. But then I have some people who may say like, well, no, like it's hard because of this. Well, no, like this still happens. Like, and I'm just like, you know what? There's only so much I can give. You know, there's only so much I can share. Like, I cannot lift you up constantly. You have to lift yourself up too. There's some people who want to be negative, who want to remain in an unhappy state. And I realize at some point you have to be careful so that way you can't. Otherwise they'll begin to influence you. And so I realize now, like, even when I get negative comments on like Instagram, I realize now, you know what? I just but I'm giving them power by entertaining them. That's what I realized. Like, and then it affects my day and it affects my spirit. And how many know your energy, how you feel, your energy, it's going to affect your day. So, so that's one book that I recommend. I also recommend this other book called The Secret. Not book. It's a movie. It's on Netflix. It's called The Secret. That one's also good. I just watched that a couple weeks ago. Highly recommend that book. There's people on that movie. I keep saying book. It's like a documentary. There's people on there who are like Lisa Nichols. She's in that movie. Jack Canfield, the author of Chicken Soup for the Soul, he's in that movie. But that movie, it's positive thinking, but it's more talk about the law of attraction. So that one's like an interesting perspective as well. So I highly recommend both of those resources right there to really shift your mind. So that was it, you guys. That was it. I hope you guys got a lot of this message. Thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being on here. I hope that I was a blessing to you today. So that was it. I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing day. All right, you guys, take care.